Hi Viola players, sorry that we have that snow day on Monday, and I'm sorry that this video took a while. I was trying to get it up and then it got cut in half on my computer, so I'm starting it over here. Would you please go ahead and take out New World Symphony theme? At the beginning of this, the viola part and the violin parts are together, actually for most of the song, but they do get their own idea. At the beginning, we start on the D string. We have D, F sharp as our first three notes. So let's give that a try. 1, 2, ready, go. D, F sharp, rest, and then you have 5 rests total. So you have rest 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in measure 3, it's just E or D, D, E, D, D. 1, 2, measure 3, go. E. Oops, I'm sorry, I played the wrong note. Let's try that again. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, E, D, D. Rest, rest, rest. In measure 1 and in measure 3, you have what looks like an apostrophe. That apostrophe is actually a bow lift. And what that means is you'll do a down bow, stop your bow, lift it up and start it over. And notice my bow makes a tiny little circle in the air. So you're always going to want to start your bow back by your hand. So if we go from the beginning and add those in, it looks like this. F, F, lift, 1, 2, measure 3, go. D, D, E, D, D, lift, rest, rest. So one of the cool things about having a lift on a rest is that it kind of counts as a rest. We're going to keep moving into measure 5 here. Measure 5 is the same as measure 1. Measure 6 is a little different. The only difference between measure 1 and measure 5 is that there's no bow lift in measure 5. So let's start measure 5, no bow lift. 1, 2, ready, go. D, F, rest, then you've got D, E, D, rest, E, D, E, rest, rest. And notice there's a rest on beat 1 there. Measure 6 and measure 7 are kind of the reverse of the other, they're flip-flop. Measure 8 starts on beat 2. So you have to think E, D, E, rest, rest, and then A string, B, A, G. So you're going to spell the word bag, alright? If any of this doesn't make sense, of course, please reach out, use haiku to send a message, have your parents send an email, whatever works best. But that's as far as I want you to go right now, is through the end of measure 8. So go ahead and take out Song of Brotherhood now, and I have to move my camera, so it's going to get a little shaky here. Alright, so Song of Brotherhood is Ode to Joy, but because you are a viola, you get to have a harmony part, which means we're going to learn some new notes. So would you please look in measure 2, measure 3, and measure 4 at that note that is on the second from the bottom line. That note is A. It's 1 finger on the G string. So you can go ahead and write a 1 on there if you want, since it is a new note. But let's start at the very beginning. So we're going to start D, D, E, F. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, E, F. And then here's where our new note's going to come in. We're going to go F, E, D, then A. So you're going to go to the G string for that 1 note. It's 1 note, 1 finger on the G string. So here's measure 2. Ready, go. F, E, D, A. So when you put them together, it goes like this. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, E, F, F, E, D, A. And then you're going to go right back to the D string, so you don't have to worry about fingers there. Measure 3, we've got D, D, A, D. Can we try that? 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, use that same D and A pattern, sort of. If you look at measure 4, we have a little bit of a different rhythm. You have a dotted quarter note. A dotted quarter note equals 1 quarter note plus 1 single eighth note, which means instead of a half note, it's a half of a beat shorter. So you have 1 and 2 is the entire length of the note. So when you play, you're gonna go 1 and 2 and then stop. In this case, we're gonna go 1 and 2 and move our bow to the G string because that's our next note. And our next note is still in the same bow direction, so it's connected, and you're gonna go 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right? So let's give that a try. 1, 2, ready, go. D and 2, A, A. So far, so good. Keep that rhythm in your head because the measure right before A is exactly the same. So here is measure 4 now. It's the same as the beginning. D, D, E, F, F, E, D, A. And I'm sorry, that was measure 5 and measure 6. Those two are exactly the same. Measure 7 is even exactly the same. So here's measure 7. It's the same as measure 3. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, A, D. And then measure 8, which is the one right before letter A, is the reverse of what it was before. So before it was D to A, now it's A to D. So we're gonna go A and 2, D, D. Give that a try. 1, 2, ready, go. A and 2, D, D. And that's as far as I want you to go on that. So if you can get the beginning to letter A on this, and 1 through 8 in New World Symphony, you'll be all set for next class. All right, I will see you on Monday. Let's try to stay warm this week.